guys, if you're watching this, it's probably on a day where I didn't have a lot of stuff going on in my daily life, and I figured I'd post a motovlog. So, let's get into the motovlog. Alright guys, how you doing today? It's Reggie, and I'm here riding my bike off into the wild blue yonder. And it got me thinking about something that's been going on. Hold on. The cops are really bad around here, so bam, there we go. Cruise control is set. This thing is awesome, by the way. So I wanted to talk about, never mind. I never figured out how to make that work right. I gotta focus on what I'm doing here. Where am I going? Okay, so I wanted to talk about what motovlogging is, why people do it, my thoughts on it, and why I started doing it. So, if you're new to my channel, which there are a bunch of you that are new, this is motovlogging. What I'm doing right now, which is sitting on my motorcycle, riding around, talking to you guys. Now, some people do motovlogs a little bit differently. Some people like to do crazy stuff, tricks, stunts. Kind of hard to do on a big cruiser. Some people just like to have talks and commentary, which is essentially what my channel is. It's a motorcycle channel with commentary. I don't really ride too many other bikes other than the bike I own. And that's essentially what my channel is. So, motovlogging. Why'd I started doing it? Here's where it gets interesting. So, years ago, my brother-in-law picked up a early 90s Ninja, a 600, and he got it with his tax money, paid I think about $1,200 for it, and was riding it around. He kind of let me ride it for a little while. At the time, I had no desire whatsoever in motorcycles, none whatsoever. I thought they were kind of dumb and retarded. They're dangerous. You'll die on them. That was the motto I lived by. And I thought, you know, they're kind of dumb. Well, my brother-in-law was like, hey, why don't you take it around for a spin? So I rode the motorcycle, and I immediately fell in love with it, and I wanted one so bad. Well, it took me 3 years to get one, which is a long time. Once everything aligned right, I got my first bike, which was a Honda Shadow VLX 600. I love that little bike. That bike was awesome. It was a fun little bike to ride. I would ride one right now if I had one, if I still had it. So, that's how I got into motorcycling. How that led into motovlogging is I use YouTube for a lot of things. I mean, I literally would go on YouTube and just watch prank videos and things like that. And when I was looking at motorcycles, I'm the type of person that likes to do a ton of research into bikes. So I did a long research into what kind of bikes to get, what's a good bike for a beginner, all that jazz. And that's when I ended up looking at or finding a motovlogger known as I Am Ramming, who I no longer really watch. He rode an Ninja 250. He had a bunch of videos about it. I found another motovlogger, Chase on Two Wheels. He rode a R6. He did a lot of videos about 250s and good beginner bikes. And I kind of got hooked. I thought it was really, really cool. Now, let's take it back a little bit. I've always been enamored with filming and editing. It's kind of been like one of those things I really like, but I never really got into as a hobby. So, I essentially took the two things I discovered that I really like in motorcycling, and the one thing that I used to enjoy when I was in high school, which was video production class, and smashed them into one, and essentially found motovlogging. So I essentially started motovlogging. That is how I got into motovlogging. How do I feel about motovlogging now? There's a lot of things I've been wanting to do with motovlogging that I haven't been able to do. Like, I wanted to have a 2-camera setup, but I destroyed one of my cameras. I'm looking into getting a cheap action camera as a secondary camera, because I don't feel like my action camera should cost that much if it's just a secondary camera that I can mount to get different angles. And I kind of started to fall out of love with motovlogging. I started to find it quite boring. And it could be a lot of things. It could be my style. It could be... yeah, it could have been my style. It could have been the fact that I never really pushed anything or tried anything. It could have been the editing software I was using. I mean, at one point I was using YouTube Editor. So, I got a MacBook, and around that time is when I started doing daily vlogs, and I completely fell in love with that genre. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I actually had a actual computer for editing that made it a whole lot easier. So, motovloggers that I watch. There aren't too many I watch. I can't even name you a motovlogger that I watch right now because I really don't. I don't watch too many. That's not my thing. I'll catch one every now and then, or if they're doing anything interesting. There's a lot of smaller guys I watch. I found myself leaning more towards the guys in different countries other than the US because I got a different view on stuff, and it's kind of cool. There you have it. Why I got into motovlogging. So, if this is all the video I post today, thanks for watching. Whoa, that's an awesome view. I think I'm gonna stop over here and look around for a bit. Oh, ain't nothing cool around here. That's as good a spot as any. What was I saying? Right guys. So that's why I got into motovlogging. And it's led me to have this channel, which I love. And it's allowed me to meet a lot of people who I would have never met through the internet. And it's pretty cool. So, that's pretty much it. If you notice with my vlogs, I tend to just end them because I'm really horrible. I'm really horrible at ending videos. I hate introing and ending anything. So hopefully I'll just let this cut out.